So with all of this together, Botswana and Australia will be drafting a zero outcome document. So this is the plain document that the countries will be negotiating about, and it will be released at the 21st of April. And then the negotiations in New York by the permanent missions to the United Nations will start in the beginning of May. So that's basically what will happen, and what is important for us as civil society is to know what your government is doing and to see how you can input in these processes. Because there's been a civil society hearing, we have been here and we give all our inputs, but it's important to be involved during the process because we want an outcome document that is good for civil society and for young people and expresses our real needs. So it's important to get involved now and know what your government is doing and see if you can give any input somewhere. Because civil society doesn't have a formal vote anymore in this process. It will just be a government process. So you have to find your allies and know what they're doing in order to participate. All the countries have a different process in how they work and how they engage civil society. So I would like to give the example of my country, the Netherlands, how we are doing it, and later maybe some of you can share your experiences about what your country does. So what we do in the Netherlands is that we have a hearing with NGOs in our country before we start the negotiations. And these inputs that we gather during that meeting, we will take it into the negotiations that we'll be having. Besides that, we will also consult civil society throughout the process. So for a month long, documents will be coming in and everything, and we will make sure that civil society has a say on that as well. But then the Dutch positions has to be created, and it has to go through the European Union because we work together with the whole European Union. So we hope something of the civil society voice will be left in those inputs. And then we will also bring 3 people to the HLM, a young person, an SRHR expert, because we really want to emphasize the link between HIV and SRHR, and a person living with HIV. So they will be part of the government delegation. And what is important for when you are the president of the HLM is not inputting in the outcome document because it will probably be already finished by then, and it will probably be more of a formal process unless they didn't finish. But it's not really easy to input into that process when you're there in New York at the HLM. But what is really important is that you start lobbying and advocating with governments on how to keep them accountable for that outcome document. Because this outcome document is going to outline the strategy for the next 5 years, and it's really important. So it's really important to follow up. It's not only the process towards the HLM, I think it's even more the process after the HLM. So these are really important things. So this is more or less the formal process that countries will be going through. Does any of you know how your country is preparing for the HLM? Like, do you work together with other countries, or how does your country work with civil society? Do you know?